Indeed. And the greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Why, thank you so much for joining me again, for sharing some time in this space, for being unique. I consider you quite a unique individual, Brother Ryan, Shannon and Nana, Joy Vive. So nice having you friends here. Even Brother Joel. It's been a while, dude. It's nice seeing you, dude. How are you doing, Brother Bear? So nice having you friends here. Today's stream topic is going to be the consideration. This was a conversation I had with Christian today. He called me. Brother Corey is here too. Dear Sam, thank you for joining us. I'm good. How about you? Even Natalie. Define normal, exactly. So I'm not going to try and define normal, but let's say there is a certain way of being, right? The world, hey, crayon, you handsome, not no, you. So there's a certain way of being, right? A normal way of being, working a traditional job, getting a family, affording a mortgage, right? Normal, if you will. And then there's whatever hell this I'm doing. And I was having this conversation with Christian, even, that like this is a certain level of disdain for the person that I'm trying to be. And he mentioned to me that if just to say if there's only one round, one opportunity to live this thing we call life as a human being, why would you want to be normal? Why would you want to live this divinely unique experience in the same way that it's been lived so many times before? And when he shared that with me, it really resonated on a level of, damn, maybe being weird is the best thing we can do for ourselves. Day 9 of sobriety. Keep going, dear friend. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sharing your progress with us as well. Dear Shan, you see that? That is thieves oil. Got some thieves oil. I'm gonna add runes to this one first. The R rune. Protection. Change. I've been seeing a lot of triple fives as of late. And then we'll do Isa as a self, is our runes. And then we'll add an intention. Silly. Maybe silly. Divergent. Too long. Different. Too long. Different might fit. Let's do different. Different. Sicketh. It's okay to be different, dear friend. Where's the puppy? Let's see that happy face. She's like there. And like she's my little shadow. She's always, somewhere to be found, nice and close. I don't feel I've been loved as much as I'm loved by her, by anything. Each and every one of you is the best, and only you there is. Hell freaking yeah, Natalie. Yeah. You are the only you, dear friend. Be that you fully. Maxine. So nice to see you, dear friend. Thank you for joining me. Hope everyone is well. Sending love to all. Power has been out since 10 last night, so gotta save that precious battery. Stay safe. Everyone is dealing with the storm. Thank you, Brother Corey, for tuning in for even a moment. Thank you for letting me know that you're okay. Beloved Shannon is also without electricity and water right now. Sending her some love as well. Is it safe to smoke essential oil, Shan? I'm not smoking them, Sam. They won't be smoked. They won't ever, come into contact with any flames. They'll just be a little medium. I love that oil. Me too. The thieves one smells amazing. Love you, Corey. Visualizing safety and warmth. I see, like, it's almost like I'm a small little entity standing underneath a massive mushroom. You can see like the center body go over, and I see the gills kind of like sending more protection your way as well. Nah, isn't she cute, dude? Corey, stay warm, buddy. I would not have recommended it, but it's better out there in the field than it is in North America, filling our indoor spaces with too much essential oils. These are like kind of a little bit of essential oil with like a carrier liquid, I believe, as well. So it's not just straight essential oils, at least from what I'm understanding. This piece of cardboard can be split in half. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know why I wanted to. Be right back. If not, Merry Christmas to you and yours. Thank you. Crayon, Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas to you, friends. I know it's not technically Christmas yet. Tomorrow is gonna be Christmas, but it is Christmas Eve or something like that. Today is the day of the presents, right? So, Merry Christmas to you, dear friends. It's okay to be weird. It's okay to be different. Realize that your experience is divinely unique exactly as it is, regardless of what's coming up with it. To actually smoke it, I'm not sure, Sam, but to my understanding, Melt isn't smoking the paper, the oil is on. This is true. Thank you, Shan. No power. You got a battery backup or something to charge up. I do believe she did charge her external batteries, but let us know as well, Shan. The diesel smells amazing. I would take you in here if I could. She's with us all in a heart right now. She'll be fine. Fortunately, just to share a little bit as well, Shan, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but fortunately, Shan's dad made sure that she has like enough kerosene, brought her a little kerosene burner as well to make sure that she stays warm during this little storm. And I'm just imagining the amount of love that's there. Aiden, I was talking about you 3 days ago. I was like going through a whole trip of the friends that I miss, and obviously your name came up as well, dude. Sending you love. Currently sitting in the parking lot before going into work, but I wanted to drop by on stream and say hi. Love you, Stu. Love you so much, Aiden. The intention we're smoking for today is different. To be different. You know, I had this conversation with Christian, kind of sharing with him the circumstances I'm in right now. And I'm not even gonna talk about it on stream. Some of you friends know if you were in the yoga with me what's been going on, but I'm not gonna perpetuate that bullshit. So I won't even talk about it. But I was really not feeling great about it, you know. And I was like kind of sulking. Yeah, actually sulking. Not really, yeah. I don't know if it's sulking as much as I was just removing myself from others' presence. And I spent time by myself, and Christian calls me. And we just kind of started, you know, sharing some love, sharing some understanding. And one of the beautiful things that he shared with me is this understanding that if this is our human experience, if this is the experience we get to have once as a human, do you want this experience of being human to be a normal one? To be the same as all of the other human experiences has been? To be unextraordinary, you know? And probably you answered no. So why are we so concerned with conforming, falling into place, being something that society wants us to be? It's kind of confusing. It's like a level of dissonance as well. I think, at least. What's the point? What's the point of being normal? Is there such a thing as normal? Do you believe there's such a thing as normal? Like, and I liked how Natalie asked the same thing. It's like, what do you define as normal, Mel? I don't even know right now. I don't even think I've met a normal person once in my life. Everybody's weird in one way or another. What's really weird to me is how people want to be weird in a certain way. Like they find a way of being, and then that's the only correct way of being. Different being. Let's do being. Being different, yeah. Being different. Goodness. That tastes amazing. Is that a Jumpin' Jack Jumanji I see? Brother Joe, nice to have you here with me. So nice to have you, dude. How are you doing, dear friend? Is it cold where you are? No power, Ryan. I have a few power banks I charged up. My dad is here now. Brought some candles over. I think I'm going to take my one power bank up to charge up again. Please do. Stay safe, Shan. Candles are such a lifesaver. We love you. I really hate living in capitalist society. The hate is rooted in fear. So much fear. So much fear, right? And that fear kind of arises from this perspective of being different as well, where being different used to get you outcasted, you know. And I feel like an outcast. I feel like I'm on the verge of being cast out. You know, the conversation I had with my dad on the way here was very much ultimatumy. Like there was a certain set of rules that I had to follow. One of the rules being something I can't, unironically can't even bring up. And, you know, it feels like this fear based mindset of if you're not like me, then you make me feel uncomfortable to the point of being terrified of what that might mean, to the point where I'd rather get rid of you, put you out of my environment, than think about the things that you're suggesting. And I'm aware of that right now. I'm aware of how things are being perceived. Oh goodness. Fortunately, not too much damage. How things are being perceived, how I'm being perceived. Right? Like I feel like I'm looking at myself through my family's eyes as well. And I don't exactly know what it is I'm looking at. And I guess that's what makes people uncomfortable. Is people like knowing what it is they're seeing, right? People like pointing at something and being like, ah, that's what it is. Ah, yeah, hippie. Ah, ah, so and so. Ah, engineer. Ah, contributing member of society. Ah, I understand this. And then that understanding can lead to a certain level of egoic satisfaction, you know, where as an ego, it feels good to know things. Love you. Mm, mm. That's some nice water. Jumping. So much love is being sent. Christian had such a good point. Christian is a genius. Christian is straight up one of my gurus as well. Like, and it was crazy, Brother Ryan, because I was like isolating, dude, tripping out, thinking about this whole situation I've been going through. And I was like putting myself in a loop, a negative loop. And then Christian calls me, and I'm like, of course, Christian is calling me right now, making sure that I don't stay stuck. Love that dude so much. Melty, all the freaky people make the beauty of the world. This is the way, dude. We are the freaky people making the beauty of the world. Summoning Jobat and Gavi Bowabi with laser beam blasts of love. It is Saturday, so they might be busy, but I'm seeing it too. Thank you for the love. Boyana! Suddenly freaks out. Thank you, Boyana. Good day, you bloody legend. It was nice to have dinner with you the other night. It was so great. Thank you, Boyana. Thank you so much for all of the love you share. It's so cool seeing you here in stream. I was talking about you in that same stream, you know, a few days ago, sharing love. We had a bunch of friends, you know, commenting on how cool you are as well, just so that you know. And I was like commenting on the fact that I don't think I've seen you tuning into one of the YouTube streams just yet. And here you are. How does the audio sound, Boyana? Look at this. Look at that little fluffy dude. I got new audio equipment. So it might not sound that much different, but at least like all of this wind that has been on my face this whole time, all right? It used to be now it's more just bug sounds and the occasional murmuring in the background. I'm so happy. It's giving me such a sense of calm, sense of yeah, things are getting better. Oh goodness. The farm kids that went out to explore the world are some of the coolest people I've ever met. Even my grandparents were farm kids. I guess I'm a farm kid as well, right? Technically, I grew up. I spent most of my time growing up on this farm, so I feel it too. Merry Christmas from the future. Yeah, technically, it's already Christmas. It's already the 25th of December, where Buyana is. How about that for some trips? Thank you, Buyana. At least Christmas is. It exists, friends. We can continue on knowing that Christmas does in fact exist. We can continue showing up. We'll meet we'll meet Buyana there eventually. Sending you love, dear friend. It's so nice having you. It sounds amazing, sick. I see your water and cheers my herbal tea. Get it. Also, I was the 1,000th subscriber to your YouTube, which makes me super special. Buyana, you are super special, dear friend. You could be a homeless person sitting next to the road, like chilling, and I can stop and have a conversation with you, and I'd be like, yes, this person is special. I don't know what I'm trying to say with that. All I'm trying to say is you're special. Period. No bars hold. No. All systems check. Completely special, dear friend. Thank you for letting us celebrate your specialness as well. These sound so good right now. I'm building a trampoline in a 48 degrees Celsius weather with the ocean breeze blowing at like 20 knots. Steady, but cold. Oh goodness. Make sure that your tent, your trampoline doesn't become a parachute, dude. I've seen some trampolines fly in high winds as well. I'm sure you're doing well. Sending you love of that little process, my friend. I hope you stay warm. Hope you have enough layers on. Oh wow, I just realized that there's no wind sound whatsoever, unlike how crazy it used to sound. That mic is fantastic. Yeah, right. Right? Like I straight up don't have to think about it anymore. I have a little, unfortunately, the terminology is a little bit yikes, but a dead cat on my mic. Hey, how are you? Where you live? Where you live? South Africa, friend. I live in South Africa. Just rolled myself a legal joint. How about that? This is a legal, self-grown joint. It's legal for us to grow and possess weed, smoke on our own private property. It's been a cool process. Pretty. Thank you, friend. If you want better audio quality and more to see, I do have a YouTube stream, which I'm live on as well right now. If you want to, you can check us out there as well. Same name, Meltmore. I'm having a beer and I finished packing Bucko's presents. It was a kid's car. I had to assemble and it was a pain, but I've done it. Congratulations. I'm happy that you went through the process. I kind of enjoy building things, but if you have to build things while trying to keep it covert, that might be a little bit of a nightmare. Thank you, Brother Joel, for the love offering. I appreciate your love so much. Is Supreme Overlord's birthday on Christmas? Supreme Overlord's birthday is tomorrow. It is. It really is. You were right. Life is really good with amazing friends. That it is. That's new. Merry Christmas, Miss Mouse Molly. Goodness, your friend. I've missed you. Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve. I'm so very proud of you, Melt. I started my journey 30 years ago, and there's also been the emotions of not understanding why. You are on a good path. Please continue on your journey. Thank you, dear friend, for supporting me. If not for you, friends, I would not be able to continue this journey. And that is a truth. That is like an actual truth. Like, if it wasn't for you, friends, I would have had to conform. I would have had to go and be normal. All right? You, friends, are empowering me to be myself. And I hope, I really do hope that I can do the same thing for you, friends. We can't have trampolines here with the high winds. Yes, we are weird. So what? Remember to smile even when you're sad, mad, frustrated, or when you feel lost. Bless you, young man, and everyone here. I've been having a hard time smiling. I have been, right? I feel like I don't have reasons to smile, and yet, yes, we do. We always have reasons to smile, and Sam shared something beautiful in the yoga as well, is that just because someone else might be suffering more than you doesn't make your suffering any less significant, any less important. Your suffering is still worthy. You are worthy. Bless you, young man, everyone here. Again, Thank you so much for the love. It's so nice seeing you, Miss Molly. You've been missed, dear friend. It's coming new year. Your tools will help you grow in a loving, positive way. I believe this too. There she is, Crystal D-Way. Hey, I came over from you now. Merry Christmas from Australia. How cool. Merry Christmas to you too. Bayana's also on that side. Tasmania, Crystal. There we go. So much love. It's so cool having all of you here. Welcome, Crystal. It's cool to have you on the YouTube side. You know, like you now, I feel because I'm in South Africa, I'm a little bit buried. Like there definitely is some geolocation stuff happening, but it is what it is. And here you are coming from the U now, you know. So I would, it would be worthy in my mind to stream you now, even if it's only you that would ever join us. Remember, their comments are them, not you. Don't let their words bring your spirit down. Go into deep gratitude in your heart and remember the many blessings the Spirit has given you, Malti. I plan on starting a gratitude slash blessings slash luck journal next year as well to write down how lucky I am. Today, my neck stopped hurting. I tweaked my neck really bad doing pull ups this morning. You know, like I haven't done pull-ups in a while, and with pull-ups you can really get yourself into like a mindset where you're like crunching stuff, and I crunched to the point where something got pulled. Oh, I put some pan away on my neck as well, Shan. Woo! Smells like bubble gum. Melty, look to your left and focus on the blade of grass. How precious it is, how precious it is, how it rude, like everything walking on it. That is a reason to smile. You friends, like my heart feels so light just hearing you say that, Natalie. I couldn't agree more. Y'all see that Reddit post about grass smiling at you? I did, like the cross section of the little grass. It's a whole trip when you start thinking about it. Everything's alive. How are your bug bites, Melt? I actually used, I don't know if I should see that, three mosquito bites consecutively. And I scratched into the point of removing skin. It's better. I had one here as well. I also put some Panaway on. Some on my back. It's helping, Shan. I'm detoxing. I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to being detoxified. Be different. Being different. Easier said than done. And yet, it's the easiest thing. I would love to stay, but it's getting late. Sleep, dear friend. Sleep. Thank you for joining us. I do this every day. Like, actually, every single day. And you're like, for how long? Forever. Forever. Like, I'm never stopping doing this every single day. It might not be the same every day. And I've said this before. Maybe at one point in life, it will just be us meditating, just sitting, kind of spending some time in our presence, each other's presence, you know, instead of having to be a little bit wordy. But for what it is right now, it is. Hey, Wessel. Wil jy eendag 'n stream saam met me? Okay, I had to ask. Your friends asked me to ask. I asked Vessel if he wanted to do a stream with me one day, and he said no, thank you. This one is itching more though, Shan. The amount of mosquito bites. Oh goodness, it's like they missed me. It's like they were like, oh, there's luxury, rare food that we've been dining on this whole time has suddenly returned. Get your fill, boys. Well, get your fill, ladies, technically. I swear to God, when I hear blades of grass, it makes me all teary. When I hear blade of grass, it makes me all teary. One of my favorite things to say in the context of blades of grass is that I consider myself one. You know, like a blade of grass just blowing in the wind. You know, I completely identify with that as a way of being. Man of the people, it's nice to have you here, friend. Thank you for joining us. Sending you love. You're welcome, lol. Which I could be on that green. Wish I could be on that green you're smoking. I haven't even started smoking it, friend. I've rolled it, but it seems like it's delaying itself. I don't know if I'm delaying it for some sort of reason. If there's something waiting for me as soon as I smoke it, being different, embracing being different. Let's go. Thank you, Boyana, for the encouragement, friend. Everyone is having a difficult time in their own way. Shoot, I was called a troll. That upset my friends. I just laughed. Rolling one just for you in this chat. Miss Molly. I can be a troll sometimes as well. Be playful, be ridiculous, be silly. I feel as of late I've been having a hard time being myself, being kind, being gentle. And it's not from this perspective of lack of trying. It just feels like it's not being appreciated or valued, even seen. Like the efforts that I'm trying to bring are not what they're supposed to be. Goodness, this joint is kicking my ass. I don't think I can do ghosts anymore. Out of the wind right now. Did you at least have the joy of having been one, Molly? Being a troll? The joy of having been one. One more puff. Let's see if something arises. The sun is kind of getting me a little bit in the eyes. I'll just do this. Come to Tasmania and I will make you happy with some spinach. Yeah, just spinach. You know, we're vegetarian here. So vegetarian. Without discomfort, a grain of sand would never become a pearl. No, there we go. All of that turmoil to become such a beautiful little thing. No, I really don't know what it means, but it seems negative, Sam. A troll. A troll can be someone that tries to get a rise out of someone else, right? We'll say something, we'll poke fun at something, we'll try and stimulate a certain understanding or try to elicit a response, usually a aggressive one or just one at all, right? I can be a troll. I really can. I kind of like getting responses sometimes, especially when I see behavior that can be, in my opinion, unfounded, right? Like where people get themselves so worked up. To give you an example, yesterday, my mom was sitting amongst the rest of the family, having a conversation about a 6-year-old, and this is what I walked in on: a 6-year-old saying "yay," you. So in Afrikaans, we have an interesting way we use our language where you're not allowed to say you to an adult. You're supposed to say if I'm gonna address a vegetarian, I'm just joking, kind of like, you know, like the same way I'll joke instead of saying woman, I say whammons. Same thing. What point I was like, oh yeah, the woman thing. So you're supposed to say or tani when you're talking to an older lady or an older man. You're not allowed to say you. And this small child says you to my mom. What are you doing? Is the question that she asked. Wat doen jij? What doing you? What doing you? Wat doen jij? And she wasn't supposed to do that. My mom was very touched by the fact that she was said you to instead of being said vad dun tani. What do an appropriate, or at least according to our Afrikaans language, word for older lady, or yeah, it's basically what it was. You know, if you say tani, even to non-family members, it's and I asked my mom, why do you care? Why do you care? You know, does it matter? Do you understand the question she's asking? Why not just answer the question instead of being caught up trying to get her to call you a certain thing, to call you Tani? Why not just tell her, oh, I'm doing so and so. What are you doing? Oh, right. That is my way of trolling. Is I'll ask people why. Why does this bother you? You know, this experience you have when someone calls you you. You're the one generating that experience. Is that a Melina? Melina! Wow! I'm tripping out. It's nice to see you, your friend. Sending you love, Melina. Happy everything to everyone. Happy everything to everyone. Merry Christmas to you, Ferio. Thank you for joining us, dear friend. It's nice having you here too. It's hard to smile when life has been a prick. When people are being pricks, it's hard to smile at them. I agree, Boyana. It's been hard with all of the stuff happening, Mel. I feel you. I feel you a lot, Boyana. It's been really hard, and I consider myself good at it, right? I'm like I'm so good at being happy and excited and fun-loving and enthusiastic and encouraging, and I'm like I'm so good at these things. Now I'm like I don't want to do any of those things. I don't even want to flexion. Can't make me smile if I don't want to smile. Can't make me speak. I don't want to feel like that. PK, is that you? I see it, you, Fred. Thank you for joining. Merry Christmas Eve to you, my dude. Thank you for sharing a moment with us in this space. It's such a pleasure having you here. Cheers to you. Uh, Self improvement. PK, what an inspiration you are, dude. Mm, mm. Yeah. Self improvement tastes nice here. I poop. It's such a weird thing to say. Oh, wow. I'm saving the pearl saying. Right? That's a beautiful one. I like that one. And it's like you're literally getting tumbled over and over and over again. What's the temp? It's like 30 degrees Celsius or something. Nice to see you're back home. It's so nice, BK. It's so nice, dude. It's life changing right now. Thank you for the up, dudes, dear friend. Sending love to you too. A human that can bring together, a human that can bring together a beautiful and loving community like this. This is similar to some Newfoundland maritime slang. Thank you for the love, Natalie. We're doing it together, right? Sure. I'm showing up for it, but so are you. You know, if you weren't here right now, you wouldn't be able to receive that as a compliment or as a recognition, right? I am not troll, but my response was trolly. I feel that. I enjoy getting a rise out of my friends. It's a bad habit. I don't know if it's a bad habit as much as it is a a certain mode of exploration, you know. That's the way I see it. But I think there's a time and a place. All right? There's a time and a place for everything. And sometimes people are not in the state of mind to do work on themselves. And you can't force them to either. It has to be a process of wanting to, right? It's hard enough to change even if you want to. So think how hard it would be to change if you don't want to. nigh impossible. Oh goodness, it's tripping me out how simple it is. Disrespectful 6-year-olds, yeah. And it's not even disrespect, it's curiosity, right? But the curiosity wasn't prefaced by a respectful in a certain people's minds' eyes, right? And it is weird. It is weird thing. Like you call everyone Tani. Tani technically is our word for aunt. But your aunt has to be a family member, right? At least in English, not in Afrikaans. You just say Tani to everyone. When does the Melt World Tour begin? You don't know, PK? You don't know? At least the Melt World Tour is going to take a little bit longer. All right. We wanted to come to America first, but unfortunately, we were seen as a little bit of a flight risk. So we couldn't get a visa to America just yet. I'm gonna have to make more money. I'm gonna be happy like I got so much monies, and then they're gonna be like, "Whoa, we got monies? Show us." And they're gonna be like, "Look, all the monies I have." And then they're gonna be like, "Yassi, oh, come and spend that monies in America." And I'm gonna be like, "Gang, gang, I can do that." But until I can do that, they're gonna be like, "Nah, you're gonna try and take our monies. I'm looking at you. You're gonna come and try to take our. Stop it. Flight risk. In other words, if they allow me to fly, I might not want to fly back. Are they trying? Why are they trying to keep you? They're trying to keep me out of the country, right? So basically, through the visa process, at least if we want to go through the visa process in South Africa, they assume right from the bat that you plan as soon as you get on that flight to immigrate. So, and you have to prove to them that that's not the case. That you have like a mortgage or a high-paying job that you want to return to, or a family. No, 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 no. All of these kind of like links to the country. That's so stupid. Yeah, that's bureaucracy, dude. That's bureaucracy, and I live in a third world country, so it's a process. It's a weird process because even though I live in a third world country, here we are connected to the internet right now. I have a cell phone. I have a wireless microphone right now. Like, you know what? We can get more ridiculous with it. I can do this, and we can still have a chat. I can be gentle. I don't have to scream at you and walk up to these trees. Really consider the fact that we can do this right now. This is what we're capable of. Sure, sure, I live in a third world country. Sure, I do. But also, look at how beautiful it is. Sure, I don't have electricity for multiple hours of the day. But look at how beautiful it is. Sure, it's very hot sometimes. But also, I have never experienced below -5. I hear you friends talking about like these freezing temperatures. Almost dying. Almost dying. If you don't have something to heat you up, actually dying with how cold it is. We don't have any of that. None of that. It's warm here. So it's like this country has potential. Peppy is chewing on a bone. You look really contented with that. I'm just gonna give you some fetch. Mosh, mosh, mosh. You keep enjoying your bun. Oh goodness. Unfortunately, brother PK, I just went through a whole trip on the YouTube. I have wireless mics that kind of have long reception, but I don't know if it's gonna work that great for our YouNow stream. Maybe we have to fart. The hell is going on, lol? It's as I consider the third world. I don't think of it as such. Yeah. So I think still so. I think we're the most civilized by Western standards country in Africa. Maybe Egypt, even Nigeria might be catching up a little bit, but yeah, we live in an interesting country. It's been a process of I feel at least, learning extreme patience living in this country. So much patience. It's okay not to want to smile, my brother, but when I see you, I'm going to give you big smiles. And you know what the best part is? I'll probably smile back at you. I think it really is that easy. But yeah, you just have to have other people smiling at you too. I don't understand trolls, to be honest. I get their goals, but it's so alien to me. I enjoy being playful with friends and conversation, but I never want to purposely get angry rise out of them. Yeah. I think it's a weird, it's a balance thing, right? Because for two different people, what they consider playful and how they might have, been raised and what they considered playful might be so vastly different that to them, in a moment, the amount of intensity that they're communicating with, as a playfulness, as a challenging of your friends, might be the exact same to your base level, right? They might consider themselves just as loving, just as considerate, just as playful as you consider yourself in saying something completely different, saying something potentially abrasive. Oh, goodness. I'm tripping out. I'm tripping out. Communication is weird, yeah. PK is an inspirational motherfucker. There you go. You get that, PK? Inspiration and ammo. I miss Haywire Hill. Me too. The further away I get from Reddit and our Haywire Hill community, the more it breaks my heart, Boyana. I'm like dissociating. I'm pretending like it didn't happen. Um, it really is. It pisses me off a little bit. Makes me kind of salty and angry. Isn't bad, isn't it? When I miss Arpan, no, I don't think so. I miss Arpan so much as well, dear friends. Tiger me also, it hurts me inside. Same, Natalie. I feel like the level of closeness being achieved through Arpan has been broken. The like Arpan and Reddit is a cooler, more distributed networky of a entertainment platform, right? This thing we're doing right now is better there because we can like link up. I can like send one of our friends a message by clicking their profile and they can choose to reply or not. They can even choose to accept the message in the first place or not. And then there can be a whole new friendship started out of that. And even though that's possible, by some extent, right? So somewhat possible. It's a lot harder. Like we're gonna have to like direct you friends to the Discord potentially, and then from the Discord you could potentially meet up with other friends. So yeah, I know. I think the most hurt about it. There is 5,800 different friends who decided to follow the Meltmore profile alone. Never mind the Haywire Hill profile as well that we were co-creating on, right? And now those friends are just unreachable through this medium that we've already created. Web3 is coming, dear friends. We're going to be, at least I believe, actually following each other as friends, right? Instead of it being you following the profile which is hosted on YouTube. Because in a weird way, YouTube owns you friends as an audience, right? Like if YouTube decided today, no more streaming for you, Melt, then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be like, nah, let me stream, and they're gonna be like, well, nah. And if they really want to be persistent about it, they could like ban other accounts that I try to create. But there are also like safeguards about the amount of subscribers you need to have in order to live stream. Like it's absurd. It's absurd how much power these tech companies hold right now. And what it's looking like is the potential for us to be able to decentralize our connection to each other as well, right? It's a trip, and we're showing up in a way, we're growing in a way where we have a different perspective on the human experience. you know, actually truly loving, resonant. My uncle is taking my cousin on a 300cc two-stroke motorcycle. Blessings and safety. Yo, folks, you have 20 updates free to smash and melt. Thank you, Crayon. I'm not too worried about likes, dear friend. Thank you for the love, though. I appreciate you encouraging. Been wondering why we haven't been any live talks anymore. Probably just the frequency of use. You know, the fact that we can't stream on RPAN anymore means that we're spending significantly less time on RPAN or Reddit right now. It really, like, tripping myself out. I get into these things more in my own head than I could ever get into it in language. So I'm gonna just like pretend like I'm all of this trauma that I've been dealing with. I'm just gonna pretend like it doesn't exist and walk past it. Like if you had more money in the account, they might give you a visa. Yeah, more money in account slash salary, like a high provable salary in time. In time. Want to do a live talk with me next week, Shan? There we go. You can. You can. Oh, fancy mouth. How cool, Boyan. How cool is that, right? That's so cool, Mouth. You know you friends. For the why, is there a lack of tree hugging in this frame? There was only a lack of tree hugging because I'm scared of scratching my microphones. You know, so technically we're gaining more capabilities. Also losing other capabilities. I guess I could just take it off. Hold on to it. Oh boy, I think I've only ever talked on a live talk once, very briefly, Natalie. I usually just enjoy listening. I mean, be the change you want to see and all that shit. How about that? Maybe you could just start a whole, maybe like bi-weekly, once a week even, batch remedy talk stream. You know? Is it right? Okay. That's tangible. That's doable. We can like set that as a goal. It can be a cool medium for you to learn how to communicate your world. Medicine Mother, the Medicine Mother, RPAN talk, or Haywire Hill talk. That sounds like magic to me. It's summer in Australia. It's so good, Boyana. Are you Slav from down under? Yes, Maxine. That's exactly who it is. I've been, these are beans. Just gotta say, Slav, you have the coolest voice I've ever heard. There's the love. So cool. She has a really lovely voice. It's true. Sorry to be rude, Tiger. What is your username? These are beans. Thank you about the compliment. I don't think my voice is nice. Well, Boyana, for what it's worth, all of us do. I actually, was it today? Did I have a phone call with you today, Boyana? My brain is melting right now. Yeah, you have a nice voice. Because I have lovely. You're just lovely. Hey, Slav. Didn't know that it was you. Names change. I cannot keep up. Mine will always be the same. Miss Molly, it's nice having you here. Thank you for sending love. I'm doxing myself big time, but Melty is worth it. It's okay, Boyana. I think it's gonna be okay. I have a Discord account, but I've never used it. Can I pull a card from my muse deck? No, please. Please do. I'll pull a card too. I'll pull a card too. I know that there are a sub created for people who vote on bringing RPAN back. I don't know what the status is, but I pray it comes back. The problem is the bandwidth thing, right? And they were very clear about that. They even went as far to give us the opportunity to download all of our footage. My footage, by the way, is terabytes. Terabytes of video data just for me. Uno person. Sure, I did stream every day. That probably didn't help. But also, it kind of had to be I couldn't download it, so I had to leave it, right? They couldn't keep it, so they had to stop keeping it as well. So that's the thing for them right now. They don't believe it's profitable enough to justify the server costs they're incurring offering it as a service. And I believe if it wasn't for ARPAN and the way that it was, we wouldn't be as a community in the way that we are. So I'm very grateful and like deeply appreciative and feeling like it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, you know, with this weird fractal that we're stepping into. It's like the universe reached out from infinity all the way from the singularity to make this thing happen in code for just a while. And here we are. We're still showing up in this way, right? We're still creating in this moment right now. Even though the medium had changed, we didn't. And still we are changing, you know. But it's gonna be a trip. It's gonna be a trip to watch us continue this change. It's always gonna be change, friends. Like maybe one day we won't even be live on YouTube right now. You know? How about that as a trip? Maybe we'll be live on some completely new platform. Huh? I'm actually oh, I have plans. I have plans, dear friends. We're going to keep creating cooler and cooler things. Art. Art is a big part of this space. All of you friends are artists in some way. Thinking about Joy V being like, I'm no artist, Melly. You are. Come on, freaking, your smile is art in this world, Joy V. Boyana, we are never, because you know my unique kids' names. I also cried the last stream. I was super emotional. I cried yesterday, big time. Please, Mom, if YouTube decides to stop streaming, the you now could stream on you could stream on Instagram. Always another way. I know, Maxine. I'm not stopping. That is not gonna happen, right? That's the beauty of this thing we're showing up for, is the ceaseless showing up. That cannot, nothing could stop me, not even death, be able to stop me from showing up for love. I might show up somewhere else. Miss Molly Muse, his favorite band. There we go. Synchronicities. You're the human every section needs. So much love. My eyes are sweating too. I just want to jump through the screen and give you a big old hug, melting brother. Give myself a hug at least. Man, my neck is so erect. Ugh. I really don't like tweaking my neck like this. It makes me not want to exercise, but it also makes me not want to move at all. So that's probably an extension of it. Gaan jullie gaan zwemmen in die dam? Ah. My cousins are planning on going on the, like, there's so much water here right now that we have rivers. Like, we haven't had rivers in like a decade, and now suddenly there's rivers, to the point where they have like inflatable tractor tubes that they're going to climb on and then ride in these rivers. It's wet in South Africa right now. Like, some people are incurring billions of dollars in property damage. I don't know why I'm laughing about this. Maybe it's just like I'm trying to make it okay somehow, because it's so not okay, and yet that's the reality. You go through a decade of drought, you know, where people literally have to ration their water, have to fill their toilet bowls with bricks. That shit happened. It's still happening. And now suddenly we're actually getting flooded. Like, there was this dam way up that's completely broke. You know, the dam wall completely melted with all of the water that was flowing over top of it. It got full, and then it started going over top so fast with so much viscosity and like volume that it started cutting away at that wall. And now there's just like even more water. And apparently another dam broke even more up, and there's more people's dams breaking down the river as well. So much water. So much water. This place is gonna probably get greener and greener as we go on. Yeah, yeah. Let's see how much of it I'll get to share. You know, it's like I'm gonna like have to actually try and hold on to this place, lest my mind gets lost somewhere. Well, guess the stream's gonna be filled with tears and full hearts. I'm ready, smoking my bowl for all of you lovely humans and sipping on some coffee. I also had a delicious coffee with some cream, like actual thick cream instead of just nothing. It was heavenly. Would bookings to be physically in other countries help the visa situations? So that's the craziest part, Natalie. I had both my ticket to the country and back from the country to my country already booked. I had that information to provide as well. I didn't even look at it. Rambler! Thank you for joining me, dear friend, Brother Rambler. I just want to say thank you again. Brother Rambler also sent a love offering. I appreciate you, friend, some more than I can say. Missing you all. Nice having you here right now, dude. I thought about that, Mel, having a medicine mother life talk. I was thinking starting on you now, and it's more till I'll have more confident and comfortable. But it's a goal for the new year. Please, I see what you're to do. Like now, I have them in my possession, Shan. I love your oils. I think you have a good product, right? If you want to sell something, the first thing you need is a good product, and I think you have that. I love things that smell nice. Now it's just about getting other people that like things that smell nice to buy the things that you have that smell nice, right? Then we're gonna you too. It was yesterday, Melty. Yesterday. Time has been weird, it seems. Your yesterday or my yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. You're completely right, Brianna. I haven't been to you now yet, but you asked, and I'm gonna go watch. Thank you for that, dear friend. Of course, it's terabytes. So much data. You did a medicine mom talk, literally shaking it, right? I'm actually like completely in anticipation for it. Pulled 5, the Hierophant. Excellent card. So, or the Hierophant, that's how you're supposed to say it. You friends, I don't know if we did it on the talk, but friends listen to Christian ask me about that, right? The fact that I see one of the archetypes that I'm trying to embody as the Hierophant, not because I came to that conclusion, but because one of my co-students that went through the whole yoga certification process with me, we went through this practice where 5 friends, we were split into like friends of 5, we split into groups of 5 friends, and then we had to look at each other and tell each other what we see. And one of the friends said, Hierophant. So the fact that you pulled that card is melting my brain right now, dear friend. Thank you, Ms. Molly, for sharing. Goodness, give me more motivation to make this happen. When I do, you friends will surely be the first to know. Looking forward to it. Tell us the deeds mouse do. I was stupid thinking it was the band. Yeah, Shan, yeah, exactly. I'm tripping out right now, and Miss Molly hasn't been here in a while. More synchronicity. It's a brain melting. So much information. I had to Google Hierophant. They're going tubbing. They are. Seems like a vibe actually. Institutionalized kindness. The tiny travel has journeyed so far to be here, in this place, with the muse of perfection and light. And when she finally arrives at the foot of the oracle, she hopes that her guru will see her and gift her a slice of wisdom as a result of her unwavering faith, wanting to make sure she performs the ritual perfectly. She starts a small fire to warm her soul and begins her devotional lantern as most do, they when they arrive to this place. As she works, a voice floods her awareness. Sweet soul, stay safe. Thank you, Natalie, for joining us, dear friend. Sending you love. Let me scroll back a little bit. We only drain in return of rivers. Absolutely. Hopefully there will be more readiness for when the water comes again. Melty, thank you for constantly teaching me that the dedication and commitment looks like. There's been so many things you mentioned on the stream that would make me stop streaming, but you keep showing up. We're not done. Ooh, what the hell? Oh, this is a little ant was pulling on a worm. I feel giving up is the easiest thing I could do, right? And I pride myself on doing at least some things that are hard, right? And I do notice in myself how there's a part of me that's lazy. There's a part of me that doesn't want to show up. There's a part of me that wants to keep laying, and I've been sleeping in until like 11 a.m. the last 2 days. That's very unlike me. That's not what I do, but I've needed to. I've needed to, and it's been really nice. You know, that state where you're almost like surfing your dreams. It's like you're not really asleep, but you're also not actually awake. You're just kind of like in between, actively in between. And it's like you have a certain level of control, not so much over what you're going to experience, but over the ability to experience. And I feel like there's a part of me that has been almost giving more energy to that space. And it feels, at least to me, like a preparation for what's coming. Giving myself some energy before giving it to another task or person. Carlo, nice having you here, friend. Sending you love too. That is nice. Hug. Thank you for that. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Loizana, joining us too. Loizana, it's nice having you here. We'll see her. I think I've heard it one. Just a sign you have to come to Europe first, Smirky. The ma I was thinking next would be transit through Europe. My yesterday, our yesterday, your yesterday. I mean, like your yesterday is my today still, right? Because it's 25th. Still, I have to go, but sending you all love and melt, if possible, hug your parents tonight. I will. Dad actually came and talked to me. He saw that I was a little bit down, and he came and had a sit down and had a chat with me again. Unfortunately, we found ourselves in disagreement really quickly, but at least it wasn't negative. It wasn't derivative. It wasn't trying to be some sort of one-upmanship. It was just a sharing of worldview, right? I shared with my dad again that I believe love is true. That if not for love, nothing would arise at all. And my dad believes love has to be conditional. And it's interesting to see how you treat people depending on which one of those worldviews you hold. And it's been a lesson, right? That if I wasn't in this environment, if I didn't get to spend time with the exact parents that I did, I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't know what I know. I wouldn't have experienced to this point. So it brings me back to this message of contentedness, that the only thing that I can really do to win is be okay. I need to be okay. Please be okay as well, dear friend. That's Sometimes all we can do is just be okay. I love you so much. So freaking much. The fact that we get to spend moments like this, it brings so much calm to my heart. Natalie, stay safe. Okay, continue. Thank you for visiting me. I ask you to look at the form in front of you. Are you worshiping me the way I look? Or are you worshiping me for the way I act? If we the same, you and I, the muse winks and continues, and therein lies the secret, beautiful heart. I see you. I see your profound inner wisdom, and I see that now it is time for you to lead yourself in service. That is trippy, Miss Molly. How extra synchronous. Thank you so much for sharing that as well, friend. I appreciate you allowing us that experience. I do not plan to venture any further from my house, and my dogs can drag me back. If my son told me and showed me how much he believes love is true, I'd cry my eyes out and be filled with pride. You honor me. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's hard sometimes, Maxine, because even though I believe love is true, to some, it might seem that I'm not being loving. And I'm being selfish. That I'm expecting too much. That I have too high standards. You know, for the same reason, love is true, right? If love is true, then my standard should be high. Because then my standard is love. And if I see anything less than loving, I am going to be upset about that. And my upset is challenging people again, right? Instead of just being in the same thing that I want accepting, I become challenging, abrasive, even. But again, it's, it's the archetype that I find myself being. Melt more. That I'm supposed to be melting you more. Layer by layer by layer by layer. Melting away to find the true core. You, your awareness. The same thing you've always been. We've never been anything else, and yet we're convinced we're nothing. Small, insignificant, useless. Love is true. The reason we can feel anything at all. Even such a feeling is useless. Useless. You're so brutal. So brutal and concise. Now it's time to lead yourself in service. Thank you again, friend. Thank you. Love is true, Brother Bear. Amazing card, Mouse. Thank you so much. Indeed. Love is true, yet can hurt. Oh yes. Love is true is the core statement. And one of the more I don't know if flowery is the right word, curious ones that I've been considering as well is that love isn't supposed to be only good feelings, right? Again, I believe that if not for love, no experience would arise at all. So even bad feelings are experiences. And because you love yourself enough to want to experience, you could experience something bad, right? Sadness, the feeling of being useless. But love also shows you the amount of capacity you have to endure whatever it is you're going through. Again, the reason you're showing up at all is from a place of love. So your ability to keep showing up for it is you being loving. You choose to endure even when things are uncomfortable, even when you feel like you're less than. Like it hurts sometimes. This is true, but it doesn't make it any less significant. Hugging you, Shan. Stay strong. We love you so much. You both are trapped in the same, for lack of a better word, entity, but perceiving different aspects. Everyone is right here, and everyone is wrong. Love is true, and so is our tunnel vision. It's your experience. Again, on that level is the thing I keep reminding myself of, that every single person's experience is worth having, right? No matter what it is you choose to experience, what it is you choose to make yours as a life, that life is going to be worth having, right? Even if it's you living underneath a bridge, worth having. Who says? Who says it's any less significant than all of this? Whew. It can be so challenging to have a big heart, can be bummed around a lot, but it's strong and resilient. We need to learn how to care for it properly. To guard it to things that we know are being said from a place of jealousy, lack, fear as well. Melt, I wish your pops could see how much good you bring into the world. I was totally abused by a hippie gang that used the words love and family to exploit people. I used to be triggered by the word love. Watching your streams has helped me find love and humanity again and hope. Thanks, Malti. Thank you, Brother Bear. Like I don't even feel worthy of like so much love, dude. That's a lot though. I'm trying to be. And I feel like that really is the only thing that we can actually try to do, is be better, you know, be more loving, be more kind. Behind my cell phone right now is a sticker that Maxine sent me that says, be kind. So simple. So simple, and yet we lose reason to be. I appreciate you finding that kindness still inside your heart, Brother Rambler. I'm so sorry for what you went through. It's not love that hurts, it's the things that we expect out of it. And the lack of receiving it that hurts. Yeah. Expectation begets suffering. That one has been very present in my mind as well as of late. Is how over and over and over again, every single time there's some sort of expectation, there eventually begets some sort of suffering. And it's almost like I can, no matter what I expect, expecting anything at all is going to beget suffering. Oh, so happy you found this space. We love you, friends, dearly. Okay, we're going to pull a card. We're going to pull a card. See what the universe has to say. Oh, card underneath the deck is Together We Fly, just for some synchronicity as well. I love and appreciate the energy you bring into the space, Rambler, that we do. I'm gonna pull this card with you in mind, dear friend. Maxine, still missing our beloved Jovan and Gabadi Goo, but I feel whoever is here, the space is for us right now. This moment is still true. Hebrews 10:24, and let us consider how to spur one another on to love and good deeds. Let us not neglect meeting together, as we have made a habit, but let us encourage one another. You, friends, have been a beautiful example for what encouraging someone looks like. This one. Shan, you make the space amazing. Thank you for all you do. Green for me also. Green, huh? I'm curious. Not not very green, but still very beautiful. Trinity. I don't even think there's any green in this. You might be getting bamboozled by the excess of green. Green in our eyeballs. 7, yeah. I was like, that was thinking the same thing, Shan. Card number 7, of course. Yeah, sicketh. This card has an interesting trip attached to it. One more time. Beautiful card. It is. It really is. There is a pastel green. Ah. Mm, mm. I feel like weirdly enough, this is just making me look at the card harder than I ever have. Trinity, card number 7. The triangle, or the mother, father, child. Let's take a sip of water. Love. Let's take a puff of marijuanas. I don't know why I'm hyping myself up with this card. It feels very synchronous. Shelly! So cool having you here, friend. Love to you. You've been missed. I haven't logged into Reddit for a bit, but I will. Thank you, Shell. We love you. We love you, friend. Thank you for joining us. We're reading this card, Trinity. Actually, one more puff to go for the Trinity. There's 3. 3 is a holy, divine number associated with Christianity as the Trinity of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Here, Trinity is transposed to the holy, divine creation of family, mother, father, and child. This downward facing triangle symbolizes receptivity to the commitment of your sacred lineage. A triangle of symbols from the Mayan Tzolk'in embodies the Trinity, embodies this intimate Trinity. So there's one of the symbols. I'm trying to see the camera without it seeing my face. There's one of the symbols in the corner. There's one of the symbols. And there's one of the symbols below as well. Ahu designates the son and the father aspect of God. Emex is the female aspect of God, the mother who nurtures and creates form. Ik is the wind who blows life and humor into being through breath. Pulling this card asks you to open to a greater understanding of the way you relate to your family. Whether it is blood family or the community you call kin, create in your mind a vision of peace, harmony, and respect. Peace. Yeah, harmony. Yo, that's nice. And respect, that's the one that's almost inconceivable, but allow the child at the center of this card to spiral you into appreciation of the ones you call family. Breathe love and humor into this Holy Trinity. Open your heart and offer yourself to a receptive flow of affection, coming not only from your birth family, but also from all your relations. Honor your connection to and feel love also for the family of humanity. I saw this card like imprinted on my brain. That child and this spiral coming out of him. And I pulled the card reversed, and it goes: separation and alienation are aspects of old paradigm thinking that you will release as you come to realize you are one with all that is. Squam, 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 infinity symbols. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah, cool. This these sacred geometry cards kick my ass sometimes. Jeez, man, right? Jeez, man. Oh goodness, I just got grace all over me. Thank you, Miss Mouse. Get some more grace, gracing you even harder. One kind of Trinity, you, us, and the technology that brought us together. This exactly. That like legitimately. Ooh-wee. Hot trippy. Merry Christmas, I guess. Damn. Merry Christmas. Love your families. Love your families. Try at least. I know. It's sometimes hard. Believe me. I know. I'll try as well, I promise. I am. Thank you for reminding me that my work is not done. None of us are. Merry Christmas, dear friends. We'll be here again soon. I love you. There's no expectation for you to be here if you need to spend time with your loved ones. I'll see you on the other side. Love you. Thank you, dear friends. Goodbye, everyone.